kilometers east of Guandacol, you can find one of nature's gems, the Vallecito Encantado, or Enchanted Valley, with its many fascinating rock formations. We continue east on Ruta 40 and head back into the mountains. Near the Cuesta de Miranda, we find a small camping spot for a couple of nights with some refreshing pools, before driving into Chilecito, where we visit one of the famous cable car stations of the Mina La Mejicana, the longest and highest cable car installation of its kind in the world. After a night in the boonies, we go north on Ruta 78 to Fiambalá, the starting point of the spectacular Paso San Francisco, where we end up staying for more than 3 weeks.
We're going for a quick hike into the Vallecito Encantado.
Vallecito Encantado is a natural area from the Paleozoic era around 360 million years ago.
There is a marked sendero, a path. Might be a little bit arse of a tea kettle here. Might be a little gem in the middle of nowhere. These loose rocks, got attacked by a fly. These loose rocks that are the slippy things. I can already see the Copa del Mundo, the World Cup, down in the valley. So this is just a 2-minute walk, if at all. They look like lollipops. This is where Vinny 2 is, up on the top there.
Yeah!
England!
Alemania! So this is called the Copa del Mundo, which is in the hands of Argentina right now, so it's very appropriate. They could have put it in a less hotter spot, I suppose, for us to visit. And some interesting rock formations here. It's all these giant bubbles. Alan's calling this rock the hippo rock. Hippopotamus? Hippopotamus rock. This is like a birdie's bath in there, if there would be some water.
The rocks are made up of solidified sandstone-like sedimentary material, which dissolved and took on strange shapes under the influence of rain and wind. It's free to visit. You can also stay on the top overnight with a motorhome. There's plenty of space, but no shade or any facilities at all.
Here. That was just a short walk here. It's too much in the heat, so we're going back up this path. It's a nice entertaining little bit though, just on the side of the Ruta 40. You have to go 800 meters on a gravel road, but it's a well-maintained one, so that's not a bad thing to do. It's a fairly easy track to get to the Vallecito Encantado, about 800 meters from the Ruta 40. We're driving towards the mountains. This is all desert though. This is the Ruta 40 towards Nonogasta. We just had a longer coffee break in the shade under the trees in Villa Union. And now we're heading into the mountains. It's super duper hot out there with some gusty winds. Slowly but steadily we're going up.
schon schnell sein.
Ja, ja. We just talked. Oh, oh. Maybe she's hunting here.
Ja, das ist gut. Das muss ich mal zeigen.
Guck mal, wie schnell. Wie die rumflitzt hier.
Ja.
Una tarantula.
Sí,
Sí,
muy grande,
muy
sí.
grande, sí.
Mal gucken, was sie macht.
Die echt eine lange Zange.
This large tarantula walked right past Kirsten's feet when she was talking to our fellow campers, a German family.
Super schön.
We're near the Cuesta de Miranda up at 2,000 metres in the mountains, a wonderful relaxing spot with lots of fresh air that allows us to go for walks and also sleep well during the cooler nights.
We spent the last 2 nights here in this beautiful spot. It was over the weekend and there were lots of people, but today's Monday and we're on our own. We had to get away from the heat and it's a little bit higher up in the mountains. And down there in the gap are pools. Nice cold pools. That's why local people come here to go for a swim. There's another pool further up in the canyon here. There's a big saguaro here. We're going to have to switch back to the Cuesta de Miranda. We reached the top at 2,040 meters.
Arrive at Miranda 2025 on the right.
Can't see a thing from the actual mirador. I had to walk a little bit up the hills here to take a look. Cuesta de Miranda on the Ruta 40 on the way to Nonogasta. You can just about see the top of Vinny-too.
After the Cuesta de Miranda, we're heading all the way back down and unfortunately also back into the heat. Summers are really, really hot here.
We're in Chilecito and there's a famous cable car
At the
that was
roundabout,
built
take
in
the second
Germany.
exit to Avenue Cablecar.
These are the cables already. It's not in use anymore, but it used to be a cable car for mining 100 years ago. Straight on.
Is it that one?
Yeah, ich glaube ja. Yeah. It's very complicated here. Es ist nicht gegenverkehrt. Nee, es ist nicht hier gut.
Nee.
Oh, what kind of a circle is that?
No
Yeah,
idea.
here good. And it's super, super hot. It's 42 degrees in the motorhome according to our thermometer. We managed to get up here the hill in the heat. So this is the cable car station number 2, and as I thought it would be, we're talking mining buckets here that were obviously transported all the way down to Chilecito.
The cable car, funded by the Argentine government, began operating in late 1905 and remained in operation until January 1927. At the time, it was the longest and highest installation of its kind in the world. It consists of 260 towers, 6 steam engines, fueled by wood, 11 turnbuckles, 2 horseshoes and a tunnel. It allowed the transport of 12,000 tons of gold, silver and copper per month from the 4,600 metres above sea level La Mejicana mine in the heart of the 6,250 metre high Famatina Massif down to the Chilecito railway station some 35 kilometres away as the crow flies. It had 450 buckets, each with a load of 500 kilos, and could carry 25 tons per hour downhill and 15 tons uphill. Buckets travelled at 9 kilometres an hour. Mining operations already existed before the cable car, but transportation was carried out by mules. With the arrival of the railroad to Chilecito in 1899, a fast and inexpensive system was needed to transport the metals over 3,500 metres of mountain range under extreme conditions.
Viewpoint here, and that leads to We're at station number 2. Oh yeah, it goes all the way down there, right straight up into the mountains.
See in the mountain up there?
Yeah, you can go
All the way down
it
there.
goes all the way up to the 4,500 meters somewhere. The mountains actually still have snow on the
You can
top.
see it going across and then up,
Yeah.
and then Nochmal up.
Really cool.
The construction contract was signed by then President Julio A. Roca with the German company Adolf Bleichert & Co. from Leipzig, the most prestigious of its time. The entire structure was built in factories in Leipzig and transported unassembled by ship to the port of Rosario, and from there by train via Córdoba to Chilecito. On October the 25th, 1982, the cable car was declared a National Historic Monument.
This must be the engine room here. I would assume this is the belt.
Steam.
With steam. Okay, yeah, hang on a sec. This looks really nice. It's all iron. Coal-fired, yes, well, steam as well.
Yeah.
This is definitely the motor here. This is a really heavy leather belt. It's the original and it's perfect quality. It's heavy when you just touch it. This is where they burned the coals, and then we take it, the hot water was coming up to there and then transported by pipes to the engine. This is our guess.
Rheinischer Dampfkessel.
Rheinischer Dampfkessel und Maschinenfabrik Büttner. In Uerdingen am Rhein. There we go.
Das sagt aber nicht wann. Welches Jahr?
So this is the one that transported human beings. There's 2 little wooden chairs in there and a table. The people must have been tiny back in those days. But you can get through this little side door here. I think it still opens. Ah, no, it's a bit tight. This is the office or something. Is that a guest book where we can sign in? So I'm going to take a... There's some tools in here. These might be the owners. They don't look like the Germans. Let's see if we can find some... So it obviously transported people here. I mean, look at this lady here. I think she's wearing holy camoni. Sometimes we find nice places just on the side of the road. This one has been used by several people. The road is just behind that hill here, but you can't see us for the night. And it's just a short, quick stop off the road. Perfect. So it's just a short entryway here. On the side of the road is this building. We didn't fancy it. There's shade there, but it stinks a little bit of piss, unfortunately. And we're heading towards Tinogasta and Fiambalá today. It's the last day of the year, isn't it? Helen is already in new clothes.
Yeah. I couldn't stand the last one. But I'm sweating buckets already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and shady under the tree here, but it was a little low, and the trees actually have thorns, so we didn't fancy scratching our motorhome. Paraje la Aguadita.
78.
Thank God it's a bit of a cloudy day today, because it was hot in the last few days. Last night it drizzled a little, it wasn't much. 78 is a really nice road actually. Goes down, 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 and then hopefully there's no water in the Vados. because of the road conditions here. We were wondering if that might have been the better choice. But Helen is in adventure mood today.
Well, I don't know. We can always turn back. It's not the
Yeah, we see maybe it gets better once we get a little bit out of town here. This road clearly hasn't been done for years. At least not this part of it. Off to new adventures, into the unknown. Plan B is always to drive on the side of the road. Ah, it's getting better. It's getting better. Soupy-doo. Let's see how far that lasts. Not far. It's a cool cloud. It's like a smoke cloud, isn't it? It's already after Christmas, but here's a Christmas tree. We just passed the provincial borders and the road is brand new. Here is the happy driver.
Yep, don't have to worry anymore about all those potholes.
This might be the spot where we got stopped last time. It looks very familiar to me. It was full of water last time, but it's totally dry now. We only have 20 kilometers to go to Tinogasta, so yeah, I think this is pretty much
Yeah, I
it.
think there's one before as well, so...
Yeah, but you can tell when there's water in there, it's not easy to cross. We just got to Tinogasta and it's boiling hot here. I got us some cake, but we can't find a fruiteria anymore. This is the only shady spot we could find for a coffee break, but it was okay. It's plain desert on the way to Fiambalá. Got a bit of a dust storm here. It is windy out there, but it's hot wind, like a hairdryer. It's terrible. We had to close the windows for a moment because otherwise we're covered in dust. So now we have the windows open again and it's it's way too hot here in the north. Way too hot. Oh, this is stormy weather. Ah, gives us a bad hair day.
It's getting in my eyes.
We're approaching Fiambalá. Some giant figures here. These are giant figures. They're like 10 meters high or something.
I thought you were on the other way.
Oh, geschafft. We've been here before, but it has changed a lot. Those figures were definitely not there 8 years ago. Look at the trees, how much they lean towards the road here. Yeah.
I don't remember it being this windy.
No. So this is the main square. We're taking a drive around it to see if we can find a
Arriving
shady
at Diego
spot.
de Almagro on the right.
That shade, they're parked in the shade. Let's take a look.
We only stopped in Fiambalá long enough to empty our toilet, fill up with water and check our emails. Now we're heading west on the Paso San Francisco to find a cooler spot higher up in the mountains.
We found a spot for the night. The sun's already behind the hill here. Helen's cooling down the engine. It's got a little hot.
Sand everywhere, dust everywhere. Oh God.
But it's 7:15, we're in the shade.
No, 6:45.
Quarter to 7. Literally a minute ago, we had 36, where's the light? 36.1. And we opened all the doors and we're down to 34.7 already. It's heaven.
Even our water is warm.
Even our water's warm, we can have a shower. Oh, this is heaven here. We're at 2,600 what?
2,600.
It's good enough. We're out of the blasting wind as well. We just get a nice breeze, but not the stormy, sandy bit anymore. Helen can't stand the sand, so it has to be cleaned up first.
Yeah.
We're here for 10 minutes and it's 29.3 already. Food is ready. Tomatoes with a really nice balsamico vinaigrette and empanadas. Und? Are they good, the empanadas? Perfect. It's the last meal of this year. Well, maybe not. We might have some dessert. Boy, did Helen pick the right spot for tonight. Only what, another 8 minutes later, 27.6. Soupy! Oh, the sun has gone down behind the mountains. This is our spot and it's almost cold now for us. Under 25 degrees Celsius already. There is this thunderstorm coming. And I can see Helen, thank God. She went out for a walk. Ooh, yeah, that was lightning just behind us here. But thank God Helen is on her way back.
And then I saw the storm coming and lightning, so I thought,
yeah.
So I turned around and started running.
Yeah, I saw you running down the road.
Yeah.
There's the sporty woman.
Yeah, I ran down to the corner here.
I know.
And I saw Vinny too, and I thought, oh, I don't need to run anymore. And then I thought, oh, maybe I do.
Yeah, it is not the nicest.
Two workers with their high-vis vests, you know, they came down in a car with two porta potties, green ones, big ones, on the back.
Okay, oops.
And they stopped to ask me if I needed any help, and I said, no, I'm just walking. I said, but have you come from the border?
Yeah.
And they said, yes.
Oh.
And I said, when is it actually open? And he said, Tuesdays and Fridays till 5 o'clock.
Okay. So
and I said, but the Chilean side? And he said, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, because I heard that the Chilean side
is Monday.
And I said, which is ridiculous.
We better go in.
Yeah.
I had the countdown running, but now our screen went black. Here we are. The old year is almost, 2024 is almost gone. And
we have to start counting.
And it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Most likely we have the road to ourselves this morning. It's the first day of the year. We're trying to find a shady spot. It's already 29 in the sunshine, although we're higher up. Looks beautiful though. Lots of shade here, but we can't park here.
Our spot from last night is perfect in the evening, but during the day there's absolutely no shade, and so we're driving higher and higher through an amazing landscape.
Roadblock. Darn it.
So guys, can I get through please?
Try the left.
Yeah, but they're all going to walk there, aren't they?
Roadblock. What's up? Do you want money or what? And you're shitting on the road? That is not nice. Andale. He's saying you can get around my butt here.
They don't move, do they?
The little one here. Careful, sweetie. Yeah, okay, go away.
Yeah, I'm being careful.
And we're coming back later, so don't block the road all day. Is trying to catch a fly that is a nuisance times 5, and we're starting the year traditionally with our favorite breakfast. Helen just did it, and this refugio here at 3,000 meters is really nice. It's nice and cool, and we have a Starlink connection, which gives us some time to
Free Wi-Fi, because we hardly got a connection in Fiambalá.
No, that was super slow.
Very, and we didn't get our clavo.
Yeah.
But up here, it's really fast. Oh, there's traffic.
Yeah, one car. We've seen 2 cars and a lot of donkeys and horses. But that's it. This is the perfect first day of the year, and we're watching the darts. We're at 3,000 meters here. I can feel the altitude. Helen, of course, cannot. We're here to acclimatize a little bit at this refugio. We're not on our own. There's an Argentinian bus here, another motorhome. This is an evening walk at 3,000 meters, just below this massive cloud here.
The shelter is one of 6 on the Argentinian side of the Paso San Francisco, and a super quiet and safe spot at a perfect altitude. It's going to become a home for several weeks for us, but more about that in the upcoming videos. Paso San Francisco has a lot to offer. One of the adventures is a hike into the narrow Cañón del Indio. To acclimatise to the altitude a little more, we take a drive up to shelter number 4 and check out Laguna Cortaderas on the way.